By the end of this video, a nervous buyer who just went under contract knows exactly what is happening behind the curtains, what could go wrong, and what to do so nothing does. They stop panicking and start feeling in control. You got the call. The house is yours. You cried a little. Maybe you even told your mother. And then nothing. Days go by. Nobody calls. Nobody tells you a thing. And that quiet is where good people start to panic. Here is the truth nobody tells homebuyers. The scariest part of buying a house is not house hunting. It is the waiting, that stretch between the day you get the pre-approval and the day you get your keys. It usually lasts 30 to 45 days. And for most of that time, it feels like nothing is happening. Oh, but I promise you, a lot is happening behind the scenes. There's a whole machine running in the background. You just can't see it. And because you can't see it, your brain fills in the blanks with the worst case stories. Hi, I'm Robert, and for over 20 years, I've helped families walk through this process. Today, I'm going to pull back the curtains. I'm going to show you every step between pre-approval and closing day. In plain English, no fancy words, just what actually is happening and what you need to do so nothing goes sideways. Let's walk through it together. Leg up. First, let's clear up one thing. Pre-approval is not the finish line. A lot of people think once they are pre-approved, the loan is done. It's not. Pre-approval means a lender, like myself, looked at your income and your credit and said, based on what we see, you look good. It's a strong start. But the real test comes after you have a house under contract. Here is what happens once an offer gets accepted. Step number one, going under contract. The second the seller signs your offer, the clock starts ticking. This is called being under contract. It just means you and the sellers have a deal in writing. Now, everybody has a job to do, and there are deadlines. Step number two, you put down your earnest and option money deposits. Earnest money is a deposit that shows the sellers you're serious. Usually 1 to 2% of the price, but it can vary state to state, city to city, market to market. Here's the part that matters. This money is not gone. It goes towards your down payment and your closing costs at the end. You're not losing it. You're just parking it, if you will. Step number three, you get the home inspected. This is your chance to have a professional look the house over for any potential problems, such as a bad roof, an old furnace, water heater, foundation issues, stuff you can't see on a Sunday showing walking through the house. If something big shows up, you can ask the seller to fix it, potentially negotiate a lower purchase price, or the ultimate, you can walk away. This step protects you. Don't let anybody talk you out of it, and don't skip it to save a few $100. Just want to recap real quick. The first three steps are very crucial, and the inspection step, there's a lot going on. The key is this. We're not going to order an appraisal until the time that we know that you are moving forward with the house. So that inspection money, that earnest and option money that we spoke about, those are monies that you have to pay for up front. So this is why it's very important for you to understand the actual cost of owning a home and actually buying a home, negotiating a contract. Once all that's done and you either let your lender know prior to the option period ending or the option period actually ends, now the process really begins to getting your loan ready to close or clear to close. And this is where that step 4, where we schedule your appraisal to be ordered. How that's done is we either use a appraisal management company or some lenders have their own panels. Long story short, what that means is this. You, the home buyer, pay for the appraisal up front. And once that happens, the appraiser is assigned a job, okay, to go out to, number one, make sure that the house meets the sales price number, the value. And if it doesn't, this is where negotiations typically happen. It's not a deal killer, but their ultimate goal is just to say, hey, this house is worth what the agreed upon purchase price is. Now, appraisals are a whole nother detailed video. If you guys want me to go more in detail with appraisals and some of the things that you need to look for, comment appraisal in the comment section. And if I get enough responses, then we'll move forward. That's really the gist of what the appraiser does. And again, if the house comes in greater than what the agreed price is, good for you. If it comes in below, there are things that can be done, and they happen on a daily basis in this business. So I want you guys not to be dismayed or worry, but you have to understand that process. Step 5, your file goes into processing. Now we're really cooking with hot grease because you've passed that option period. You say you're moving forward. The appraisal has been ordered. You've obligated yourself to additional costs that you may have not had if you backed out. And then this is where a lot of people fuss and complain online a lot is because of the processing, because you think once the house goes under contract, you're finished. This is the part you never see. The loan processor is in the background gathering paperwork, pay stubs, bank statements, tax returns, all of the things that are associated with your specific situation and the loan type that you're doing. And they're lining these things up so that the next person in the process, which would be the underwriter, can do their job properly, okay? If you're dealing with somebody that really understands this business, you really have done the majority of the heavy lifting with a lot of these documents in the pre-approval process. But don't get it twisted. Even well-seasoned loan officers like myself, things pop up because everybody's situation is unique. It's just like your DNA. Your financial situation is not someone else's. So if I, your loan officer, ask, or if the processor asks for additional documentation, this is not the time to be adversarial. Trust and believe. We're only asking for what's needed to get you to the closing table so that you can get the keys to your home. The mindset that you need to have is this: if something is asked of me, never a problem to want to know why. And if you're dealing with a good lender, they should always give you the why with the request. That saves a lot of time. But once you get that request and you understand the why, 24 hours should be the mindset. I want to turn this around within 24 hours. And I want to do it completely so you don't have to do it 2 or 3 times. That should be the mindset. Because at this point, speed really matters. Think of it this way. For every real day that you have, when it comes to processing a loan file, your 1 day is equivalent to 3 days. You don't have as much time as you think you have, and 30, 45 days go by very, very quick. Step number 6. The file is now ready to go into underwriting. And this is frankly the real test. So this is the big one, underwriting. Say it with me, because you are going to hear this word a lot. An underwriter is the person at the bank or your lender who makes the final decision, the final yes or no. They go through your entire file with a magnifying glass, your income, your debts, the house, the appraisal, all of it. Here is what surprises people the most. The underwriter might come back and say, I need a few more things. A letter of explanation, explaining a deposit, cash deposit, proof that you've paid off a certain account, a credit card or something of that nature. This is normal. That is not a rejection. In the business, we call those conditions. It just means we will say yes once you've handed us the few things that we're asking for. Let's move forward. Step 7. Once you've satisfied those conditions, you hit the 3 best words in the whole process: clear to close. It means the bank or the lender is fully satisfied, the loan is approved, you're almost there. When your loan officer calls to say you are clear to close, that is the day you can exhale. Step 8, your closing disclosure. 3 business days before closing, by law, you get a form called the closing disclosure. It shows you your final loan amount, your monthly payment, your interest rate, and exactly how much money you need to bring to the closing. Okay? Compare it to the estimate you got at the start. If a number looks off, this is the moment to ask. You have those 3 days for a reason. Use them. Step number 9, the final walkthrough. The day before or the morning of closing, you and your realtor walk the house one last time. You're checking that it is in the shape you agreed to per the contract. Repairs have been done. Nothing new got broken. The fridge they promised is still there. Quick but important. Step number 10, closing day. You sit down at a table, or these days, sometimes at a screen. You sign your name a lot of times. The money moves, the house is recorded in your name, and someone hands you a set of keys. This is the whole process, pre-approval to keys. Now, let's talk about some things that you should not do. Listen close, because the next part quietly kills more loans than anything else. Between the day you are pre-approved and the day you close, do not touch money or credit. I mean it. Don't buy a car. Don't finance new furniture for the house. Don't open a new credit card, even for the air miles. Don't move big chunks of money between accounts without letting your loan officer first. Don't quit your job or switch jobs if you can help it. And do not co-sign for your cousin. Why so strict, you might ask? Because the underwriter checks your file again right before closing. And if your debt jumped or your paycheck changed, the whole deal can wobble at the finish line. I've seen people lose their home over a couch. That's right, a couch. So for 30 to 45 days, be boring with your money. Then buy the couch after you get the keys. Let me kill the biggest myth in this whole thing. The myth is that once you're under contract, you have no control and you just have to sit and pray. Not true. You have more control than you think. Answer your phone, send documents the same day they're asked for, read your closing disclosure, keep your money boring, do those 4 things, and you are steering the ship, not just riding it. The quiet is not something going wrong. The quiet is the machine working. Here's what I want you to walk away with. This part feels scary because you cannot see it. But now that you can, you know the 10 steps, you know the traps, and you know that the quiet does not mean bad news. If you're starting this process right now, or you want someone in your corner before you even make an offer, that is literally my job. My NMLS license number is 180100. Been doing this 20 plus years, and you could book a free, no pressure call with me. We just talk about your situation, your numbers, your timeline, no sales pitch, just a plan. The link is in the description of this video. If you're not ready, watch these next 2 videos and continue to educate yourself until that time that you're ready to reach out. My time is up, but I thank you for yours. Let's be good to one another, let grace abound, and you guys stay blessed. Indeed.